Hey you guys, how's it going? My name is Lexi. I haven't posted in so long because I have been going through quite a transformational period in my life. I just took the last month to kind of step back and reflect on what was going on, what I needed to change, what I needed to put more effort into, and that's been working really well for me, but I'm ready to start making videos again, so hey, how are ya? You may notice that I look a little bit different than I have previously in other videos, and that's because one, I stopped wearing makeup, and two, I stopped shampooing my hair. And I decided to make a two-part series kind of talking about in one video why I'm not wearing makeup anymore, and in the other video why I'm not shampooing my hair anymore, because I feel like it might be something of interest to some of you. I know it's kind of different, but it's been working really well for me and I really like the outcome of it. I want to say also really quickly two things. One, that a lot of the things I do are inspired by my older sister Amanda. She is always been a really influential person in my life, so yeah, I just want to say that because this isn't like an original idea, I guess, or whatever, but it is something that has been working really well for me. And two, I don't want you to feel that by watching this video that you need to like not wear makeup or, you know, whatever. Makeup is something that's so fun. I know, because I love makeup, but it's just something that was taking away a lot of time from my life and also kind of just ruining like the quality of my skin too, so yeah. This is in no way bashing anyone who wears makeup, but it's just something that I have grown to realize is not for me. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of background information. Since I was probably like 11 or 12 years old, maybe even younger, I have had a skin picking disorder. And what that entails is literally me picking at my skin. It's pretty self-explanatory. It started off on just my arms. I have bumps on my arms. I believe it's called psoriasis. I was diagnosed with it. I forget the fancy word for it. Basically, I just have a bunch of tiny bumps on my arms, and I used to pick at them all the time until they bled, and then I would pick at the scabs and so forth. It was awful. As I grew up and started getting acne, I would pick at my pimples, which isn't ordinary. I know a lot of people do that, but it would get to a point where I was picking at things that weren't even blemishes. I was literally just picking at like my pores on my face, and a lot of times I would have skin that looked really blemished when really it wasn't. It was just because I had spent so much time picking in front of a mirror. And when I say I spent a lot of time picking, I'm talking about like sometimes up to an hour or two standing in my bathroom picking at my face. It was that serious. It went undiagnosed forever. I'm still not diagnosed, but I have looked up, you know, my symptoms, I guess, and skin picking disorder came up, which is exactly, like, there's no other word to describe, like, what it is. Like, that's just what it is, and it sucks. It took over my whole life. Up until even now, I still struggle with it. It's still something that is very like active in my life, but I am starting to kind of like take control of it and try to stop picking as much. So going into the makeup and no makeup thing, I love wearing makeup. Like I said, I think makeup is such a fun way to express yourself. I think it's fun to, you know, try new looks and play with colors and whatever, but I felt that when I was wearing makeup, one, I was using it to hide any scabs or scars that I had from picking at my face, which therefore enabled me to pick more because it was so easy to cover up. And two, it was clogging my pores and giving me more things on my face to pick at. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So yeah, it didn't matter how well I took care of my skin, because I've always taken really good care of my skin. I wash it when I first wake up, and before I go to bed I take off my makeup, I use moisturizer, and it didn't matter. I would still pick at everything and anything that came up, and makeup was definitely just not helping my case at all. Makeup was clogging my pores, like I said. I'd get more actual blemishes and blackheads, but also just more like clogged pores, and I would pick at all of it, and it was getting just like stupid, I guess. It was such a waste of time. Applying makeup, first of all, was a big waste of time for me because when I went full face, it took up to 2 hours depending on how elaborate I wanted my face to look that day, which is ridiculous. I could spend those 2 hours like doing something productive and fulfilling, but instead I was using them to paint my face. And I just think that's not something that I want to do for the rest of my life, because those 2 hours will add up to a very large amount of hours, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. But also just like the standing there and picking takes up a lot of time too, because like I said, it could get up to like 1 or 2 hours of me just picking, and it was too much. So I just basically said screw makeup. I want to love my face, and that needs to start with me not picking at it so I don't have anything to cover up and I won't have to wear makeup. And by just deciding not to wear makeup, it has already helped dramatically with all 3 of those things. Now, like I said, I do still sort of pick every once in a while, but it has gotten a lot better for sure, I will say that. Is there room for improvement still? Totally. But I don't, spend hours upon hours in front of a mirror picking at my skin anymore. So that's definitely a great step up from where I used to be. I also wanted to talk with you a little bit about what I do to take care of my skin. My skincare routine for my face is so easy and very minimal, and it works very well for me, and I would like to recommend it to you guys. You might think it's weird, but hear me out. I use raw unfiltered honey as face wash. I actually have mine right here. I'm gonna grab it. This is the one I use. It is organic, very raw honey, 100% unfiltered. This is the Madava brand. Madava? It's this one. And I would totally recommend finding like a local honey that you like, but you definitely do want to make sure that it is raw and unfiltered. Organic is awesome, but definitely raw and unfiltered. I just take a bit of that into my fingertips and kind of just, lather it up a little bit, pretending like it's soap, I guess. You want your hands to be wet because it just kind of helps like the honey sort of like melt and lather better, I guess. And then you just literally just wash your face with it like you would a regular face soap, and it works really well. Honey has a lot of natural antibacterial properties in it, so it's great and it's gentle, and I have no complaints. It doesn't clog my pores and it feels really nice. My skin definitely does feel clean after using it, so I would recommend for sure just giving it a shot. You can't lose anything just by trying. Since switching my skincare routine around, I don't feel the need to moisturize as often as I did when I was wearing makeup and washing my face with like conventional face washes, because honey is pretty moisturizing as is, but when I do need a little bit of extra moisturization, I will use my all-time favorite vitamin E skincare cream. You can buy this at Walmart. It's like a pack of 2 for like $3 or $4. It's super cheap, and one of these lasts so long. So this is what it looks like. It's the Fruit of the Earth brand. Again, it's at Walmart. I totally recommend finding it and trying it out. You just need a really little bit and just rub it in, I guess. it's lotion. The ingredients include, but are not limited to, vitamin E, aloe vera, wheat germs, sunflower seed oil, collagen, elastin, and it says it all helps minimizing signs of aging skin, and it keeps you looking youthful. So yeah, I really like this. I've literally been using this for years, like probably since high school. It's probably been like at least 5 years. I use it all over my body as well. It's just a really nice overall moisturizer. Doesn't make me feel greasy, but it also feels like it's doing its job. So I really like this stuff. And yeah, that's literally all I do to my skin. I do that once in the morning and once at night. Occasionally I will use a couple Lush products, but I'm kind of trying to steer away from those because I'm starting to question if they really are as natural as they claim to be. But a few of the ones that I do like that I've used in the past are Herbalism and Dark Angels facial cleansers. They work really well for me, but again, I don't know, I'm kind of just experimenting right now and seeing what works, and right now the honey is definitely doing good for me. This video is something that is really hard for me to like, it's not hard for me to talk about, but it's hard for me to post on the internet where everyone can see it. I feel very vulnerable and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I want to be as open and as authentic with you guys as I can, because it's something that I have battled with all my life, and I know that it's something that a lot of other people are battling, and they probably don't even know like what it is. Like, if I would have known what I was doing at the time, I feel like I would have probably made more informed decisions on how to go about taking care of it. Also, really quick, I did want to mention that I wore makeup yesterday actually to Pride, and that was probably the first time in about a month that I'd worn any makeup, but I justified it because it was Pride and I wanted to go like colorful for like the rainbow colors. But honestly, at the end of the day, I didn't feel any more beautiful than I do. I feel good in my natural skin, and I think that's something that you need to work on. You need to like work on feeling confident and like telling yourself, my skin is happy, so I'm happy. Like, if your skin is happy, you look beautiful, you feel beautiful, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wore makeup yesterday. It was kind of like experimental for me at the same time as just like fun for Pride. And I don't know, I didn't feel like I should have done that. I feel I didn't regret it, but it didn't enhance my experience. So yeah, that was definitely kind of an eye-opener in this whole process as well. Okay, I'm done talking now. It's been like 13 minutes, so I'm gonna cut the video short right here. Keep an eye out for the next video in this series about why I stopped shampooing my hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. See ya!